Hey guys, this is Monami Frost and we are back in my kitchen, and today I'm going to be making barbecue pulled mushrooms. I am so super excited. I got here some Eryngi mushrooms that I got from Derek from Wicked Healthy. He gave me a bunch so I could try and make some cool yummy mushroom dishes. So I decided to share some with you because I got these cool ideas what I could make. And I want to make a barbecue pulled mushroom little tacos. So first we're gonna start with preparing the mushrooms. So what we will do, we will shred the mushrooms first of all. As you might have already seen that on my latest vlog, visiting Derek from Wicked Healthy. He showed me how to shred these mushrooms. So these are Eryngi mushrooms. They take 15 days to grow. So they're very sustainable and don't require a lot of resources, which is amazing, and they taste amazing. We tried some differently cooked as a chicken soup at Derek's house and it was amazing. Can you see the mushroom fibers? It looks seriously like chicken. This will definitely be tasting like pulled pork or something like that. It's all about seasoning, you know. You just have to use pork kind of seasoning or something. You can get pre-made mixes of seasoning because that's all it is. When you season meat, you season it with flavor because on its own it really doesn't have much of it. Look at that. Doesn't that look like pulled meat? Like I said probably on my previous mushroom cooking video, mushrooms are very sustainable. I am planning a trip down to see a mushroom growth house, like a farm, a mushroom farm, and I want to take you guys with me and show you around so you can see. And I know there's a lot of you out there that don't like mushrooms, because I get that a lot because I cook a lot of mushrooms apart from these. Just in general, probably like every other dish that I've made on YouTube contains mushrooms, because I absolutely love them. If you don't like mushrooms, just means you haven't tried properly cooked and seasoned mushroom. You haven't tried seasoning them like meat, like I have said this before, because that's all it is. The texture of mushroom is incredible. Some of the mushrooms don't even taste like mushrooms in the end once you season them. Don't have to have them plain or anything. I know these kind of mushrooms you won't probably find that easily, but you can check any of your Asian supermarkets or something if you have. That's why people like Derek and a lot of other people are working on making sure and sharing mushroom, making sure that mushrooms become more accessible. A lot of kind of mushrooms become more accessible to everyone because they are sustainable and insane. Derek said that on the last vlog, that it takes like years to grow a cow, but it takes like 15 days to grow these. Isn't that incredible? It can feed like so many people. And in the end, I'm telling you guys, they don't taste like mushrooms if you know how to cook them, and it is not difficult at all. If you want to still, you can check out some recipes on Derek Sarno's Instagram or Wicked Healthy Instagram and Wicked Healthy website. They have a bunch. Look at this. Doesn't that look like meat? That's insane. I can't even believe it. I didn't even know myself that you could make something like this out of mushrooms. It's incredible. So I'm gonna be moving them onto this bowl so I can shred some more. Since I was little, I used to love going foraging for mushrooms in the forest with my grandmother, because in Latvia we eat a lot of mushrooms. Not just people that don't eat meat, but everyone likes mushrooms and going to the forest and everything. So it was one of my favorite things, which is why I really love mushrooms. And since I was a kid, I would stand by a pot of mushroom sauce and would just stand there and eat it like that, like a smoothie almost. The beauty of mushrooms, again, I'm gonna say it again and again because I can't stress this enough, is that a lot of people don't want to go vegan or try plant-based diet just because they think they have to like start eating a lot of processed vegan substitutes and stuff like that, which are still, I think they are still better than meat on so many levels, and they are great, and I'm so glad there are more of them because they're making it more accessible to everyone to transition and stuff. but mushrooms is the stuff. I'm serious, because there is nothing processed about them, and you can make them in so many ways that it tastes more like meat than any of the substitutes. I'm serious. I'm gonna use the same spices that I used to use when I was making pulled pork years ago, and we'll see how it tastes like. It will taste a lot cleaner, I bet, cleaner than any pork, because sometimes, you know, there's bad meat all the time, and it's a decaying corpse. It's a dead body. It's not fresh meat, it's dead body. It's rotting flesh. I don't mean to sound morbid, and that's what it is. It's decaying flesh. It's not fresh anymore. Fresh is a mushroom that has been picked out like a few days ago, not a dead body. So many levels. It is so much cleaner to eat this kind of food, and there is no way you can contaminate anything. Like, see, for example, now like stuff is going everywhere. I don't have to worry about washing later everything with crazy like solvents just to make sure that there will be no poisoning. Why would you eat food that may poison you, you know? Okay, I think we have quite a lot of it here. Oh, look at that, we have a lot of mushrooms. It looks like shredded chicken. Now I will get a skillet and I will start cooking up these mushrooms. Other things that we will need some onions, we will need some garlic, and we will need a bunch of spices. Here I have some cumin, we have nutmeg, and we have some smoked paprika, some white pepper, and we have some veggie stock, which I'm gonna prepare now. I'm gonna put some water to boil so I can make the stock. Now we will put the mushrooms on the pan, on the skillet. Look at that. It starts smelling like already so beautifully. We will need a little bit of some olive oil. They are starting to let out some liquid, slowly reducing. If you would cook this meal, like these mushrooms, and that way you would cook meat and put it on the table and serve it to someone that eats meat, and don't tell them that those are mushrooms instead of meat, I don't think they would ever tell that. It's all about what you think in your mind. It's all about the flavors in the end. I want to put in some onions right now already, and I want to put in some garlic. Those are 2 cloves of garlic and 1 big yellow onion. Let's add in the spices. So I'm going to be adding some smoked paprika, gonna give a nice smoky flavor. Some nutmeg, which is one of my favorite things to this because it gives such a beautiful, interesting flavor. Just a little bit. Some white pepper, or you can use just black pepper. Now I want to add in some cumin. And I want to add in some little bit of barbecue sauce and some of that veggie stock. It smells incredible. And one more thing I want to add is some coconut sugar. Here I have some coconut sugar, adding some caramelizing flavor. And if you want, you can add in as well a little bit of chili powder or cayenne pepper. Here I have some cayenne. As you saw, I added a bunch of different spices, and that's what it's gonna make taste like pork. That's exactly what I used to put on my pulled pork years ago. You can find stuff like this in the shops, like already pre-made mixes like this. For example, this is a slow cooker barbecue pulled pork recipe mix, but I like to add my own spices. Basically, it is just a bunch of different spices mixed together. So now what I want to do, I want to put this in the oven for about half an hour. Slowly cooks a little bit more and soaks up all that flavor. Let's pop it in the oven for about 30 minutes on quite a low heat, so it starts simmering in all those juices. While the mushrooms are simmering in that amazing sauce and everything that it's got going on there, we are gonna prepare everything else for our tacos. I have already prepared my mango salsa. You can find this recipe in my cookbook that I launched maybe a little bit over half a year ago. So we have this a mango salsa, and all my recipes are free from any substitutes and stuff like that. Everything's super simple as well. I absolutely love this salsa, especially for tacos. And we will need a avocado, which we will slice up later. But first, what we will do is we will take some tortillas and we will slice them, kind of cut the shapes of tiny tacos. So this is how I do it. You can do 2 at a time or 1 at a time. So I take this, this is like a coaster, not a coaster, like more of a topper of this mug Gabi loves, like this little cup. Pretty good size for a taco. I take this just to measure it out and I cut it around. I know you probably guys are worried about my table being cut. That's okay. It's an old table and I am being very careful. Look at that. And if you can't find these mushrooms, you can use a jackfruit instead as well, which is something I use, and there is a recipe in my cookbook as well. These tacos just using jackfruit and some other spices. And if you cannot find mushrooms like that, you can always try and cook regular mushrooms just as you would cook meat. I would sometimes even like slice up just regular button mushrooms or chestnut mushrooms really finely and make it into kind of a mince meat, and use it in a bunch of different dishes. Some of them are in my recipe book, some of them are on my YouTube. So we will cut the avocado as well. I usually cut it in half. This is a really nice avocado. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. We will take a spoon and get it out. Wow. And now let's cut it. And this is all we are going to need basically for the tacos. So let's wait for the mushrooms to finish cooking now. So guys, the time is up and we're gonna take out our mushrooms out of the oven. Let's move this over here so we can plate it up. Look at this, beautiful. Oh my God. So let's plate them up, like 1 spoon. This is gonna be my new favorite thing to cook. Oh, my mouth is watering. Look at this. Now we're gonna take that mango salsa. And what we will finish off them with is just a slice of avocado on each. Doesn't this look extremely beautiful? It is so beautiful and so delicious. Now guys, I am gonna dig in. I'm not even sorry. I feel like I'm high or something and I am having munchies and I am eating the best thing on the planet. Oh my God, I am so happy about this. I might just cry. So this is it. I really hope you enjoyed this recipe. Remember, try to cook mushrooms like meat and you are not gonna believe it. It is so incredibly delicious. Oh my God, thank you so much guys for watching. I really hope you try this. If you want, you can try and find these mushrooms in the Asian supermarkets or something, and these are called Eryngi mushrooms. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks again, Derek from Wicked Healthy, for giving me these mushrooms. Thank you again. I keep saying thank you, but I cannot stress this enough. I am so thankful for you watching my cooking videos. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.